My institution does not have the direct channels for us to go directly to policymakers. And so after one has written one's research, what we are usually interested in is to get it published for promotion or something. We don't really get a chance to get it out there because there is no direct channel. What I have actually found successful in disseminating the results of my research to the public is doing or organizing dissemination workshops directly, inviting the media and other policymakers directly to listen to what I have from my research. Another effective way of also disseminating my workshop is my research is when I get a chance to present my research in conferences or workshops, I make sure that the findings are clearly stated, especially when there are policymakers around. Make sure that I catch their attention and make them aware of what I'm doing and how it could help improve the health system in Ghana.
Most of the time, the policymakers themselves, they are not easy to meet. I, as a researcher, I usually find it difficult to pass across, to move from the economic jargons to a language which is easily understandable by policymakers. Then that's the principal difficulty. And then the second challenge is that when we meet policymakers and then we talk to them, most of the time they end up not using what we told them. That is it. So at times we get discouraged, and when we come back with our results from our findings, we tend to keep them to ourselves. Then I think the way forward to resolve this type of problem is to constantly keep knocking at their doors, or to look for other avenues, look for friends who are friends to these policymakers, so that we can come to a forum where we can share ideas in an informal way. And I think that way we'll be able to pass across a message to them.
Another challenge I have faced is the fact that there's this bias they have, especially about women. Maybe because one is coming from a patriarchal society, the men feel, how much do you know? What do you want to tell us? What is something new, you know? And all of that. But I'm not discouraged by that. I have to move on with my life and with my research. I have been able to overcome it. For instance, this AERC dissemination workshop we are planning, fortunately in my university we have a unit called the Department of Corporate and Public Affairs. You know, they relate well with the media. So I've interacted with the head there. So please link me up with social media, both print and electronic, that can disseminate my work. Like the workshop I'm planning for next week in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, I've also extended an invitation to them so that they will come and cover the event, and we can have one-on-one interview, tell them what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I believe with that, the sky will not be the limit anymore. It will just be the starting point.
You know, it's difficult for me to get close to the policy corridor of policymakers, to speak to them, or to get the news media to help me, you know, publish my policy findings. I think I'll have to work with institutions, maybe even use my own institution or some other institutions like the central bank, because we are, you know, I can reach the central bank because we train the staff, you know, often. So I could liaise with institutions and then to get my policy, my findings or recommendations to the appropriate quarters. So I think that's one tactic I can use.